Ahmet Haşim was an influential Turkish poet of the early 20th century. Biography. Ahmet Haşim was born in Baghdad, probably in the year 1884. His father was the provincial governor of the Ottoman Sanjak of Fizan. Around 1893, Ahmed went to Istanbul with his father following the death of his mother. In 1906, having graduated from the Mekteb-i Sultani, he began work in the Regi, the state tobacco monopoly, and was registered at Istanbul University's School of Law. Between 1908 and 1910, Haşim worked as a French-language teacher in the city of Izmir and as an officer in the Office of Public Debts. He was conscripted in the First World War, serving mostly in Anatolia. Following the war, he returned to Istanbul and worked in the Ottoman Bank. After the foundation of the Republic of Turkey, Haşim worked as a teacher of aesthetics in the Academy of Fine Arts and as a French-language teacher at Istanbul University. For many years, he also wrote essays for the newspapers Akşam and İkdam. Ahmet Haşim died on 4 June 1933, and was laid to rest at the Up Cemetery. Works. Ahmet Haşim's first poems were published in Memuar-i Edebiye between 1900 and 1912. At this time, he was a member of the movement known as FECRIATI, or Dawn of the Future. Later, he would publish together with other poets in the periodical Durga. In 1921, at around this time, he published his first book of poetry, Gönül Saatleri. His second book of poetry, Piyale, would follow in 1926. Haşim's early poetry was very much in the Parnassian and decadent vein of the poets Tevfik Fikri and Senab Safi Bedin, early influences who were a part of the Edebiyat-i Cedid movement. Haşim's later poetry, however, collected in Gönül Saatleri and Piyale, evidences more of a French symbolist influence, particularly that of Henry de Reynier, whom Haşim greatly admired. This late poetry can, to a certain extent, be seen to adhere to the FECRIATI movement's variation of the symbolist motto, Sanat Sahsive Mutremdia. In line with this motto, and with the symbolist movement in general, much of his poetry was more indirect than direct, using thick imagery so as to create a strong sensory impression, as in the opening lines of his famous poem from the book Piyale, Merdiven. Agir sikakakzen bu merdiven lerden, eteklerind guns rendgeber yegen yaprak, ve berzamen bakakakzen samaraglayarik. Sular saradi, Yuzun perdaped solmakta, Kizil havalari sarat kiaksam olmakta. Slowly you will ascend these stairs, a bundle of sun-colored leaves on their edges, and for a while you will look, weeping, at the skies. The waters blanch, as your face pales step by step. See the red and air as the evening stees. In this poem also shows one of the tropes that Haşim shares with the symbolists, namely, he uses carefully selected natural images to express the emotional state of the poem's persona. Many of Haşim's later poems, especially those collected in Piyale, use this technique in a very brief and evocative fashion, showing the influence not only of symbolism, but also of the haiku poetry that Haşim was reading at the time. Bibliography. Poetry Gönül Saatleri, 1921. Piyale, 1926. Prose by Zgor, 1928. Guri Bahani Ilaklakan, 1928.